Get ready for a rematch from the 2019 playoffs, where Tennessee defeated New England in what would be Tom Brady's final game as a Patriot. It's Week 12, only on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us roughly midway between Boston and Providence. Everybody knows it as Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. All the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with the Tennessee Titans. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Patriots team entering play. They come into this one knowing it's been a while since tasting victory. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Can they remember what it was like to win a game? In these types of situations, you're looking for someone to inspire you, and it doesn't have to be one of your best players either.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Titans, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week, they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Time to get our first look at the Patriot offense and quarterback Matt Jones, the rookie out of Alabama, the number 15 overall pick in 2021.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
And incomplete to open things up.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
2nd and 10. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And this Tennessee defense for the second straight play gets him behind the line. They're not messing around. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Well, this defense for the Titans, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Virginia Tech, Caleb Farley. And the Titans are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Now come the Titans for their first possession, led by Ryan Tannehill in his 10th NFL season and 3rd with Tennessee.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
He had a great, strong move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. The numbers for him from a week ago, a boatload of carries, 108 yards.
Yeah, he could very well be on his way to a rushing title, but guess what? His offensive line, they're meeting separately because they want that rushing title as much as he does, and they want to make sure they get him there.
First down and much more for Henry. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. A big play there.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side, but how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Lawrence Guy just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that. Give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
On second down, it's Henry down to the 25. Only 3 yards on the pickup. They'll be left staring at a 3rd and 14. Here's Tannehill. And that is incomplete. So now the Titans are going to call upon their field goal unit here. This from 42 yards out. Ficken's kick is good. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed him to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
Olszewski going to hold on to this one. Touchback. Here comes Mac Jones and the rest of the Patriot offense. He'll look to shake off the interception on the opening drive. He should at least be comforted that it resulted in 3, not 6.
And if I were him, I would be the guy all the way out on the field greeting my defense now, saying thanks a lot. You held them to a field goal after I turned it over. That's a big defensive stand for them. He needs to go out now and make up for what he did on the first drive.
Harris going to get it again on second down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Now Jones. Hard throw, incomplete. The AFC's Pro Bowl punter last year, Jake Bailey, on to punt for New England, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. A 41-yard punt there with no return, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got...
And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Kyle Van Noy. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop it. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Another try after the first down sack. Tannehill. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. Here's Tannehill. Looking deep for Julio. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. It's a big play there for Tennessee. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years. The arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's 3rd down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham, you have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Henry. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Extra point attempt to come here. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Just a 4-play drive that time. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Olszewski going to hold on to this one. Touchback. New England's offense set to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Harris starts the drive on the ground. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. 25 carries, 93 yards, and a score.
Well, this is where it becomes a challenge for the offensive coordinator. He's got a bell cow at tailback right now. Number 3 in the league in rushing, within shouting distance of the lead. But at the same time, if the passing game is open, he's got to take advantage of that too. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Let's make these babies crawl all the way back home. 56 is Mike. 56 is Mike.
Throwing Jones. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot. 56.
On first down, Jones. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. On second down, this is Harris. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. Here's Jones to throw on third down. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it first and 10. Off play action, Tannehill. Trying to lay one up deep. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. To throw again on second down. Tannehill. He dumps it off for Henry. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes.
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right down behind center. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Back deep for the Patriots, Gunnar Olszewski. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Patriots take over. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Jones. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Here we go! Here we go!
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Completes it to Aguilar. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. The Patriots into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. New England on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. And right side, Henry's got it. And he'll be out of bounds.
That's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and it made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you wanted to give him a little extra for the effort. But instead, he sets his guys up in excellent shape with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Back to throw. Jones. Touchdown, Patriots. Hunter Henry. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots have cut it back within a score. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
Bailey now kick it away after the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Time again to see what Ryan Tannehill and the Titans can do. Yeah, maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
And Derrick Henry with the ball in his hands, what a sight to behold, because power and speed involved in every touch for him. Coming off another spectacular season with the Titans, he became the first since LaDainian Tomlinson in 2006 and 2007 to win 2 straight rushing titles, and he did it with style too. Just the 8th man to top 2,000 yards and the first since Adrian Peterson in 2012.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
Let's go, baby. Let's head.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Let's go.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Tannehill. He's got his tight end, Anthony Ferkser. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Tannehill. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
That second down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back to the 24. Lawrence Guy going to get in there and drop him for a loss. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He connected on his first, this from 41. Ficken's kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Taken in at the 3. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Here comes Mac Jones and the rest of the Patriot offense. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Derrick Henry and the rest of the Titans offense about ready to roll again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. Looking downfield for Jones. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. On 3rd down, Henry. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
A 40-yard punt, no return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here comes Mac Jones and the rest of the Patriot offense. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get them back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that 2nd touchdown now. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. Now Jones on 3rd down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. It's taken to the 26. 1:53 remaining in this first half of play. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Tannehill's throw here into the hands of Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw into the hands of Ferkser here. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Looking to throw again on second down. Tannehill. That's into the hands of Reynolds. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Again, Tannehill. He's got the tight end Ferkser right side complete. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that one will skip out of bounds as the linesman will mark this thing right at the 15-yard line. Nelson Aguilar and company getting set to go again on offense now. He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
We'll try to... It got his man complete. And all the way to the opposite 45. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Jones now on first down. Open man is Myers. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. So we reach halftime here with the visiting Titans taking the lead into intermission. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Continuing on, here's a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Titans. And even though they've got a halftime lead, they're likely devising ways as we speak to try and get a little more production from their passing game. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they too found some success throwing the football. But I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
So here are the Titans to take over on offense. They were able to defeat Houston last week. They lead things here as well as they try to make it 2 victories in a row. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. He'll start with a give to Henry, and he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down. From the 25 on second down, Tannehill. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back.
A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. It's a big play there for Tennessee. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And you'd think on third down, they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
And that throw, wow, 72 yards in the air according to Next Gen Stats. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got a man, it's Brown. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Now a handoff to Henry. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Tannehill going to throw on 3rd and 1. Caught on the slant. Touchdown. Anthony Ferguson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Tannehill going to throw for it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. This taken in at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now here's another carry for Harris, and he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They hand this off to Harris, and there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Jones from the gun on 3rd down. Over the middle, complete. It's Myers. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. It's picked up by the Titans. And they are going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
Ficking on now for the point after. And that one makes this a 19-point game. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Taking it about the 1. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. New England trying to get a place on offense. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off play action. Jones. This is Smith with the ground. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Here's Jones to throw on 3rd down. It's brought in by Harris. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
The Patriots send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Getting set to go again on offense, we get a peek at Julio Jones now. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting him, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. 2nd down and 4. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Jones has it. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 33.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A give to Henry. Devon Godchaux up to make the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, here's Tannehill. That's complete to his tight end, Ferkser. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. They'll try to run for the 1st with Henry. And he will have the 1st before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. 89 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Looking for the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Matt Judon in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
You see me? You see me? They can't stop me out here.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. It's the Titans. They've got the football. They'll be looking to extend their lead here as we begin the fourth quarter. Ficken's kick is good. And that will extend their lead now up to 22. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Taking it about the 1. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Well, the Patriots gearing up to go now. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Jones. Finding Bourne here over the middle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now flags come in. Looked like one of the Patriots might have moved. And that'll set them back 5. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7.
56 is Mike. 56 is Mike. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Throwing Jones. His throw incomplete. New England on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Complete. It's Henry. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They run for it with Harris. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Looking to throw. Jones. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. On 2nd and 10. Jones. And he fires one incomplete. New England on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun. Jones. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense?
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. The Patriots send out their punter, standing just outside his own goal line. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They'll run it again with Henry. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 106 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Here's Tannehill. Gets this to Ferkser, the tight end. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. Now Tannehill. He completes it to Jones. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Derrick Henry. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Tennessee, the win gets them back to 500 at 6-6 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back.